SJ and I we have a lot of rounds together. So what I wanted this video to be about would be uh in general how I view sparring SJ versus sparring other people, and then vice versa, how he views sparring me versus sparring other people as well as fighting. Also, like the different things we shoot for. So what's my game plan if I'm going to get someone shorter versus someone taller, someone my same height, things of that nature. Since SJ just fought last weekend, I think I want him to start with maybe either his favorite combo or his favorite strike and how that works in terms of sparring me, other people, like what types of things he looks out for.
That's not even a question. You know what my favorite punch is. I love throwing that overhand right.
Overhand right.
That overhand right is something that I've been. Coach Jeff likes to call it the thumb down overhand. I've been trying to maneuver it so that it doesn't look like a thumb down overhand anymore. It looks like an SJ overhand. But basically, I like using my right. I like to set up with my left, use my right. In my last fight, there was a clip I posted where I drew three jab overhands 3 times in a row. But if you look at the clip, at the very last one, I faked it from going in top right down into the body because I wanted it. I was setting it up. My mind at the time, I was like, I'm setting that body shot up. Did I feel like those overhands were gonna land? No, but I threw them regardless. Even if they hit your guard, if your hands are up, I'm still punching through your guard. I don't care if it doesn't go through your guard. Fortunately, my opponent didn't have his hands up. But however, like I was trying to throw it through his guard regardless.
Was he moving backwards?
Not necessarily. Just thinking like so. But once I landed the first one, boom. I landed the second one, boom, and I'm moving around. When I landed that third one, I threw that jab overhead. I came up here, but then at last minute, I went oh, right into the bottom. So I've been trying to work on that stuff too. I like to throw a little bit of that like fake up top or fake up top, throw down low.
I think that's great too because so me and SJ probably are not a whole year, but close to like a year of sparring. Let's call it once or twice a week. And he's made that adjustment with our sparring sessions, and I usually move backwards as well as long guard. So again, that's a great adjustment for if he's throwing this overhand. I'm always going this because I know, one if that rear hand is looping over top, a long guard is a perfect way to counter that, as well as moving it backwards. So I'm moving backwards, he throws one, he steps again, throws another one, victory forward. So on the first one, I just move back. The second one, when he saw another one, I go for that long guard, but as he just said, if he takes that and goes to the bottom, that third one, boom, that's wide open. So right there, you see a great adjustment no matter if someone was taller, more mobile, someone was using a long guard, someone didn't have their hand up at all, something great to do. Now, one thing I have been trying to do more, so in general, between me and him, I'll tell him I'm using my speed more, but also trying to intercept. So instead of going backwards, for me, if I know someone's trying to box with me and we're kickboxing, that's what the legs are for. So whether I wanted to keep them or throw a body kick, this is the perfect time. If he's going to throw an overhand, boom, that's wide open. So it's a perfect time to intercept because not only am I landing offense, but it's the defense where I'm not moving backwards, but you can keep going over the top of me, but instead I'm stopping that motion altogether. Now, a teep is a little bit harder to get off, but if you can fit it in and you see it coming, boom. Not only, again, is that good to land, but it's very good to intercept. If someone's moving forward, trying to throw a powerful strike, they can hit with something, even if it's not that hard, it will be effective. Now, one thing I should probably work on is always holding my ground. So, you can kick, you can teeth, but I could also knee or high guards. When he throws this, I need to work on covering up, maybe landing a knee, following up with some punches, things like that. I can start with that knee, but even from long range, I land that knee and still be here in the pocket. So,
Like what
again,
David said, we all got stuff we're trying to work on. What I'm primarily trying to work on, and I know from my last fight, number one, you gotta take calculated risks. Like you said, if I go my overhand right, I'm gonna expect a kick to come. Whether it's a kick, whether it's a knee, whether it's teeth. If all you're worried about is those landing, don't throw the punch then. Because now you're just like, now you're scared to throw the punch, and that punch isn't gonna be as effective as you want it. So it's called a calculated risk. If you don't take calculated risks, you're never gonna you have no reason to be in the ring. Another thing is when learning how to snipe your shots, right? Um, when you so I when I first began to spar with Damien, a lot of my shots were being thrown just being thrown. But then as I started to pick up on his speed, his tempo, his cadence, I was like, I gotta really pick and choose where I'm throwing my shots. When I'm throwing my shot to the body and I'm trying to hit here, I'm trying to hit there. Right? I'm not just gonna whale punch there and expect it to land. I'm telling myself I'm landing that body shot, or I'm landing that overhand, or I'm landing that left hook. You have to understand how to snipe your shots. Last thing is I'm trying to work on is trying to sit down on my punches. Shout out to Vince Mosca, Bomb Squad. I'm really trying to replicate that because you can get a lot of power just on your legs and your hips. And I've been told I have heavy hands, so if I try to work on just rotating my hips and my leg and sitting down on my punches more, I feel like that knockdown power is gonna come. And it's there.
Yeah. Kind of like the whole point of why I wanted to make this video. So, as SJ talks about landing that one strike, that overhand, and what goes into it. When we spar, so we talked about this before. One of the first things I can identify is SJ has shorter reach than. Doesn't mean I'm completely safe, but it does mean so like right now I can't reach him, which means if he throws that overhand, he most likely can't reach me. So the two things we were just talking about, for me, I know where my range is at, and I have to trust the fact that, like you said, it's calculated risk. We're both here to throw your cross. I throw my cross. That's a safe bet for me. I can start with this cross, and I should be working off of it a little more. Now, what he said that he should be working on is he should identify if I'm one step out of range, when we talk about this all the time, I either need to get off the center line or I need to come in closer, like with my lead foot, just one step for that same punch. Now he's punching through me and he's into the range. So you want to identify your range with whoever, like whatever your matchup is. You also want to identify how you're getting to your shots. That way you can turn over and you can actually land with that power. One last little example. So we talked about, I can kick him. That only works because I'm a little bit longer. So he throws his punch, I throw my kick at the same time. These are either going to land at the same time or the kick is going to land first because I'm a little bit taller. If he was inside the pocket and I tried that same idea, his punch is going to land way sooner than that leg would ever get up. So, um, hopefully, I'll make a longer video one day. This was a short video about identify your strengths and weaknesses and work your game plans over. We're all human, so you're going to have people that you're taller than, you're going to have people that you're shorter than, stronger than, weaker than, faster than. There's a lot of different matchups out there, but that first little analysis is who am I, who are they, and what's going to work in this capacity.